Hi guys, welcome back. This video is going to be on the new moon in Aquarius, which is happening on February 11th, 2021. Alright, let's get into it. This new moon is going to be at 23 degrees Aquarius, which means both the sun and the moon are at 23 degrees. So our ego, our desires, and our emotions, our needs are in complete alignment. So this is a new beginning, a new opportunity to start a new cycle, to set new intentions. And in Aquarius, this is all about the future. It's all about the future, it's all about the group. It's all about society. So Aquarius as an archetype is kind of like the weirdo of the zodiac. It's very rebellious, it's almost like teenage type of energy. It's really just about being your most authentic self, like saying fuck you to anyone who has a problem with that. Just being yourself, just being your weirdo self. So that's what this is about. This is really about embracing what makes us unique, embracing what makes us the individuals that we are, you know. At this new moon, we've got Mercury retrograde. Now Mercury went into retrograde on the 30th of January, and it's going to stay retrograde until the 20th of February. So this is about 3 weeks of all of our thoughts, ideas, communication going internal. That's what Mercury retrograde is all about. It's all about getting reflective. Mercury goes retrograde 3 times a year to help us reflect, to help us kind of catch up, slow things down. Like, this is all mental. Mercury is the mind. Mercury is, you know, logic, our thoughts, our ideas, the way we communicate. And there's actually 2 different stages of Mercury retrograde. So the first half of Mercury retrograde is going to be called the Epimethean stage, and that's all about reflection, thinking about the past, you know. And then midway through Mercury retrograde, we switch over to the Promethean phase. That's where we're at now. So the Promethean phase is about forethought. So Epimethean is like afterthought, Promethean is forethought. So this is more about considering the future, you know. From now until the 20th of this month, we're going to be thinking about the future. But it's still Mercury retrograde, so we still have to like slow down, not make sudden moves, try not to sign like important contracts, you know, like things are going to be a little up in the air. After all, Mercury's retrograding in an air sign, in Aquarius. So we're in the Promethean phase of Mercury retrograde. So this is about thinking about the future. This is about considering opportunities, thinking about what are my next steps, you know? So Mercury forms a few aspects in this new moon chart. We've got Mercury in a trine to the North Node in Gemini, which is beautiful because the North Node is all about karma. It's all about following our evolutionary journey towards, you know, working on what we need to work on, essentially. So with Mercury in a positive, in a harmonious trine aspect, 120 degrees over to the North Node, that means that this reflection, this internal work that we're doing right now with Mercury retrograde is actually really aiding us in following the North Node. So with the North Node in Gemini, that means collectively for the entire year, North Node will be in Gemini all 2021, we have to work on communication. We all have to work on looking at things from a different perspective, not taking things so personally, you know, just being open to, it's air. Gotta be open. It's about communication. So when we got Mercury retrograde in this air sign at 16 degrees Aquarius, and then we've got North Node at 17 degrees Gemini. So these are, you know, almost the perfect trine. And yeah, reflection leading to evolution. So expect some communication, some conversations, some thoughts around evolution, around how you can level up, essentially. Now when Mercury forms a trine aspect to the North Node, it also forms a sextile aspect to the South Node. So Mercury is pushing the South Node, encouraging the South Node to purge. So what that means, the South Node is past life stuff, habits, ideas, beliefs that we have inherited from past lives that don't necessarily serve us anymore. So the South Node kind of represents what we need to get rid of. Not always, but it's not where we want to dwell, essentially. Like, you can use the South Node to your advantage, but don't stay there and just hang out there. We're trying to move forward. North Node in Gemini, learn how to communicate better, learn how to take things less personally. Whereas the South Node in Sagittarius is quite literally the opposite. The South Node in Sagittarius wants to be super self-righteous and wants to just like say, fuck you guys, like I'm gonna do my own thing. Sagittarius has no problem leaving everyone behind to follow their dream. That's the thing. But, it's the South Node, so that's not what we're trying to do right now. Sagittarius, South Node, like, we need to release those urges, release this idea that we're always right, release the desire to just dip. I'm going to probably be bringing up the North and South Nodes in Gemini and Sagittarius a lot this year because, we still have eclipse season coming up in the spring. There's going to be a lot involving these nodes of fate. So, but anyway, at this new moon, we've got Mercury in a trine to the North Node. We got Mercury in a sextile to the South Node. So this is a very harmonious time of having our thoughts and conversations kind of reflect this journey that we're on towards evolution, towards betterment. Yeah, working out what we need to work on. Now Mercury retrograde also forms a square aspect to Mars. So square aspects are a little bit more tense than a trine. So we've got Mercury retrograding in fixed air in Aquarius, and we've got Mars moving in fixed Earth, Taurus. So these kind of clash. These signs, these archetypes don't see eye to eye 100% of the time because they're both fixed, they're both very stubborn, but in different ways. So having Mercury, our thoughts and communication, in a tense aspect to Mars, which is our anger, our drive, that's what we want to do, it's our action, this can lead to a lot of really rushed decision making, or just kind of having a short temper, going off, snapping at people, jumping to conclusions. So just be aware of that. But Mercury, when it's in contact to Mars, is always going to go really fast, Mercury is gonna think fast. So this can be a good thing. This can be really helpful in terms of problem solving, but it can also lead to more problems if you're rushing your decision making, or if you're not really fact checking. To go back to the North and South Nodes for a second, North Node in Gemini is about the facts, South Node in Sagittarius is about our truth, our beliefs. So right now, during this year, we're kind of having to purge these beliefs that we've had for a long time and go towards the facts, I feel like this can also be the feeling that your body can't really keep up with your mind. Mars in Taurus is Earth, it's all about what are the physical, tangible steps I need to take to make this happen. Whereas Mercury in Aquarius is air. Aquarius is about those sudden flashes of intuition. Time isn't real when it comes to Aquarius, Aquarius goes beyond time. Whereas Taurus is an earth sign, so it's very grounded. So, our mind can be going a mile a minute and having all these ideas, but that doesn't mean our body can keep up, That doesn't mean we can put all these into action. So, understand that your mind's gonna be moving a little faster than what you can actually get done. So, be patient with yourself, take a breather, take a break. Yeah, don't expect yourself to get everything done that you want to get done right now. That's basically the vibe. Now we've also got Saturn in a sextile to Chiron. So Saturn's at 6 degrees Aquarius and Chiron is at 6 degrees Aries. Now, Saturn is a planet of work and maturity and accountability. So we're really having to take accountability, grow up a little bit for the purpose of healing. You know, that's what Chiron's all about. Chiron is all about, especially Chiron and Aries. Chiron and Aries is all about healing our defensiveness, healing our ego. So with Saturn and Aquarius, we're having to realize that's not all about us. You know, that's the work of Saturn and Aquarius, is like realizing it's not about the individual at this point. Like, it's kind of about the group. You know, it's bigger than you. So we're having to detach. We're having to take a step down from the spotlight. So this is going to allow us to take a closer look at our ego, the ways it kind of pops out when we least expect it. So Saturn in a contact with Chiron means we're learning to work with it. We're learning to work with our ego. We're learning to heal our defensiveness. We're learning to heal this, you know, fear of just not being understood, not being seen for who we are. That's gotta go. We've also got Venus exactly conjunct Jupiter. So this is lovely. This is a lovely aspect. Venus is a planet of love and romance and money and values, beauty, you know, all that good stuff. And exactly conjunct Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion. We're gonna be expanding our desires. We're gonna feel really invincible, I would say. We're gonna be feeling really invincible when it comes to love and money. So the only like warning I have here, I guess, is like this will incline people to want to spend like a lot of money on something, or like make really big displays of love. You know, Jupiter is all about overdoing it. Jupiter is all about like go big or go home. Like, what are we here for? What are we here for? So with Jupiter literally right on top of Venus, we're gonna have big love. We're gonna have big love this new moon. Show that love, express that love, but like make sure you're not overdoing it too much. Like there is a possibility, there is a tendency to overdo things with Jupiter. That's all I'm saying. But this can also just be like lovely because you feel really just like interconnected with everyone. You know, Venus and Jupiter in Aquarius. This is like loving the group, loving the collective. This is luck with money, luck with desires, luck with love. So like, yeah, I'm excited about this new moon. Also, Aquarius season is almost wrapping up. Next week, I believe, is the last week of Aquarius season, which it's been a ride. It's been a ride. So we'll see what the rest of Aquarius season has in store for us. I guess I'll pull some cards now. Alright. Okay, until someone buys me a new deck, I'm just gonna keep using the Halloween ones. What does this Aquarius new moon have in store for us? I want at least one more card, and there it is. Alright, so we've got the Four of Pentacles, Four of Pumpkins, Nine of Wands, and the Star. Damn. Someone's really holding on to a wish here, like holding on for dear life. Oh my god. Yeah. I don't know if this is coming from like a lack mindset, like fear of not getting this, but like we're really, really holding on to this wish, whatever it is. I'm like, damn. Also, this is the Aquarius card, the Star, so very appropriate. The Hermit and the Knight of Wands just popped out. So I feel like we're coming out of this like long, this extended period of like, you know, going internal, self-reflection. Also makes sense, Mercury retrograde, like having a hermit moment. And then we get to act off of this, you know. Then, like, once we've done this internal work, we can go forward towards our passions, towards whatever this wish is, like, full swing. But I'm like, why? Why are we holding on to this wish stone? Oh, this card never does not come out. Like, this card always seems to come out. We've got the 9 of bats, or 9 of swords. Someone's anxious. Oh, someone's anxious about a lover situation. This doesn't necessarily have to be like romantic love, but it can just be like balance in your life, you know, your relationships. But something is bringing up anxiety. Bro, there it is again. Oh my god. Why are we so anxious? Alright, I want some advice for this Aquarius new moon. Okay. Oh, God. We got the Tower, the 2 of Swords, and the 7 of Pentacles. Tower. Yeah. Ugh. It's like time to look at how we deal with unexpected events. Like, it's time to really like reflect, take a look on what we've grown, on our actions, you know. How do you respond to Tower moments, you know? How do you deal with that? Do you just go quiet? What do? You know? I feel like two of Swords is, this can be like indecision, this can be just holding yourself back, or like, you know, not seeing what you don't want to see. This is, you know, this is a mental conversation with yourself too, you know, me, myself, and I. So how do you deal with Tower moments? You know, how do you deal with these like really unexpected events that come out of nowhere, shake up your world? I feel like that's what this Mercury retrograde's about, you know? Gotta reflect. Alright. Well, that's what I have for y'all. I hope that you all have a beautiful Aquarius new moon. You know, set an intention, make a wish. Aquarius is all about wishes, you know? Anything can happen. With Aquarius, okay, also, there's like 6, including the moon, there's 6 planets in Aquarius right now. So this has not happened since 1962. Like, this is very rare. And Aquarius energy is all about the unexpected. Like, don't think anything is out of the question. Like, anything can happen. So, like, just have that wish in your mind, you know? Have that wish in your mind. Because you never know. You never know. Alright, I'm also taking personal readings, so if you want, you can hit me up here or on my Instagram at Neptune Rising Astro. See you next time.